A deck officer on board ship is responsible for a number of the important jobs. Apart from handling ship navigation, deck officer performs some of the most vital operations which allow smooth operation of the ship, from monitoring loading or discharging of the cargo to maintenance and primary repairs of the ship, no matter what the type of ship you are working on as a deck officer or mate. It's your primary duty to ensure that proper procedures and safe working practice are followed while carrying out master order. Needless to say, working as a deck officer on ship is not an easy job. Sometimes you are required to handle a number of the jobs simultaneously, where at other times you might have to face unexpected dangerous emergencies. Whatever the situation, you being responsible of the deck officer are required to be thoroughly prepared to ensure a minimum risk to the ship and its crew. The snapback zone is the highest number of injuries and deaths during the ship mooring operation can be attributed to the parting of the rope or wire which then hit a crew member standing nearby. The area traveled by the parted rope wire which has enough force to kill a person. In this way is known as the snapback zone. When ropes are pulled, strain the snapback zone is minimal, but if the ropes are turned in a bollard or roller, the snapback area increases.
Anchoring operation. The anchoring operation is an effective mechanical method for holding a vessel in the water by dropping an anchor. Besides, the crown of the anchor is the first to hit the sea bottom. As the ship moves back, the flux takes its position and embeds itself into the seabed. The ship officer, navigational officer, and the bosun attend this operation. The anchoring operation is useful when the berth or cargo is not available. There is an amendment to the passage plan. The pilot is not available or boarding delayed. The machinery breakdown, awaiting good weather or adverse weather, and the last is voyage orders not available. Considering anchoring gear as a primary thing to understand the anchorage methods involving the following gears. First is windlass. Windlass is a machine used to let out and keep up an anchor. Chain cable. It's a component that attaches the anchor to the vessel. Stripper bar. It's a steel bar connected to the cable lifter unit or directly to the deck and guided into the groove in the cable lifter. Bitter end. It's a part of the anchor cable which is above the beds and thus remains inboard when a vessel riding an anchor. Spooling pipe. It's a steel pipe through which anchor cable passes and leads down to the chain locker. Chain stopper. The chain stopper holds the anchor while it's underway and guides the chain during anchoring. Anchor lashing. The anchor lashing is used to tightly secure the anchor when in the stowed position. Swivel. It's a chain which twists around itself from kinks, preventing it from riding smoothly over the windlass chain lifter. Dead shackle. Shackles can be used to join an anchor wire to an anchor chain and to connect the end length of an anchor chain to the anchor. Hawse pipe. It's a pipe through the bow section of a vessel that the anchor chain passes through. Anchor. It's a metal device used to connect a vessel to the seabed.
Mooring is a procedure to anchor the ship to a fixed or floating element and keep it connected during loading or unloading operation. Safe mooring must withstand several forces such as wind, the current, the tide, and waves. Before arrival, the berth deck crew should arrange all mooring lines in such a manner so that they are readily available to deploy, such as breast lines, head lines, spring lines, and stern lines. It must be considered while handling mooring operation on ships to avoid accidents the following points. Don't allow any extra crew member on the deck. Consider weather condition. Have knowledge of snapback zone and rock bight. Check all the mooring equipment. Check the tail of mooring line. Tend one line at a time. Keep a check on the mooring line log. Avoid muted mooring. Keep a continuous check and arrange mooring line symmetrical. Mooring gear in the foredeck of a tanker, we found warping head, drum, bollard, eyes to connect the stoppers, guide roller, center lead, leadway, headline, and forward spring. So, mooring operation is one of the important tasks that seafarers have to perform on ship's deck. Technically, the operation may seem simple, but there are several dangers associated with it.
Good morning, my name is Carrillo and I'm going to talk about the Unit 5. Most specifically, I'm going to talk about rock beef and deck machinery operation procedures. First of all, a beef is a section of the roof between the end. Is this part with form like a mountain. On the other hand, a deck officer on board of ship is responsible for a number of important jobs, which also include handling ship's navigation, from monitoring loading and discharge of the cargo to maintenance and primary upkeep of the vessel. Deck officers perform some of the most vital operation which allow a smooth operation of the vessel. That is all about our exposition. Thank you for your attention.